Hello, family and friends. This is Rob, the Sapper gardener, representing Essayons Family Garden. And I have been tagged by Dapper Dan over at Home in the Sticks, who was tagged by Papa Pepper. And there's a top 10 list going around about things that have changed during this current COVID-19 pandemic we've got going on. And 10 questions went around, and I'm going to try my best to answer these as quickly and honestly as possible. And then I'm going to tag 5 channels at the end. Usually I don't like to tag people. I like to just leave it open-ended. For this one, I am going to tag 5 channels, and hopefully you'll go check them out if they choose to do this also. So with that being said, let me get into it. Question number 1. How many rolls of toilet paper do I have? We have plenty. One of the things that we do, and maybe other people may want to consider doing it too, we buy from places like Webstaurant and the restaurant store, which are online suppliers for grocery stores, restaurants, places like that. And obviously people are buying lots of toilet paper at the grocery store. They're not going out to restaurants and places like that, so they have excess of stuff. So we buy a lot from them. We do buy from BJ's, Costco, Sam's Club, places like that. When they have some on sale, we'll go get 1 or 2 packs. But we also try to buy in bulk when we can, especially things that don't go bad. So we have plenty of toilet paper to last us for quite a while. What has been my biggest change since lockdown, and it's been a positive one for us, is time with the family. I'm enjoying not having to spend 3+ hours commuting to and from work each day that I go into DC. So the biggest change for me has been a positive, having more time with my family. And what am I most grateful for? It goes right along with number 2, is family. I love my family, and I love having time with them, and I'm grateful to have them to support me in all that I do. And what have I gone without lately? A guilty pleasure for me that goes along with the first 2 and 3 is my sheets runs. So one of my guilty pleasures, lots of times when I get off from work, I love the jalapeno poppers that Sheets sell. So a lot of times I'll get off work, especially if my wife gives me a honey-do list to get something on the way home. I'll also make a quick stop at Sheets, and then I'll get me the little snack sampler tray, and I miss that. But not much else that I've gone without lately. And what am I missing the most? Other than my Sheets runs, nothing really. We're pretty much we're homebodies. We like staying at home. We do go out to movies occasionally. We go out to eat occasionally. We'll make trips, but we don't do that a lot. So there's really nothing that we miss, because we're doing 95% of what we would have done on a regular daily basis anyway. And when was the last time I was at a campsite? Exactly 9 years ago, up in the Falls Church, Fairfax area outside of DC. There's a campground that we went to when we lived up there. We moved into this house in 2012, so yeah, it would have been 9 years ago the last time we went to a campsite. And what is my favorite quarantine food? That might change depending on when you ask me, but right now I would say pizza. SK2 loves pizza. We all love pizza, and we can make pizza 1,000 different ways. And Mrs. SG is practicing her bread making skills, so we make a lot of pizza dough. And then we put it in our chest freezer that we have back here, which we were fortunate enough to buy a few weeks before the pandemic. Our refrigerator went out, We couldn't get a new one for a few days, so I went out and got a chest freezer to take care of all of our frozen goods, because we do have a secondary refrigerator downstairs, and we're thankful we got that when we did. So yeah, pizza is probably our go-to food because it's quick and easy, and flour is cheap, so we make a lot of pizza dough and bread dough and things like that. And how am I exercising, working out? Yeah, most people who follow my channel know I have some issues from my military service, so I don't do intense workouts anymore, but I do consider working out in the garden, a workout, lifting garden soil bags, shoveling, digging, bending, stooping. That's my workout every day, and I try to stay in the garden at least an hour each day, if not more. Especially on weekends, we may spend 8 hours out there weeding, flame weeding, which I just did yesterday, and walking around. We have our pup Maggie. We have to take her out and give her walks, and that also gives us a little exercise. So gardening and walking will be my exercise during this current situation. And what has been or will be my pandemic panic purchase. First, we don't panic. One thing about me, you see how calm and even I am on the video. I may put a few people to sleep, but panic is not in our vocabulary. So when something happens, we react. And our pandemic reaction, the one thing that we know we can't grow in our backyard that we need to have on hand is meat products. So again, morning SK1, along with our purchase of the deep freezer, we have started stocking up a little bit more on meat because we just have the extra room. Now we have our new refrigerator, which looks just like our old refrigerator. We have our 15-plus-year-old small refrigerator downstairs, and we have the freezer chest. And we also like to support our local farmers. So we have a couple of farms that we buy meat from, and when this situation came about and we saw store shelves, not stocking up on beef and things like that, we contacted local farmers that we have a relationship with through our farmers market that we go to, and we said, how can we help you by helping us? Because our farmers markets weren't open. They kept getting pushed back, and we know those farmers, a lot of them rely on secondary sales through the farmers market in addition to direct sales. So we bought a lot of meat to fill up our chest freezer. So every week or two we would order some meat, as the budget allowed, until our freezer chest got basically full. So that would be our pandemic reaction purchase, because we don't panic. And I think that is 10 questions. And Dapper Dan and Papa Texas asked that we tag 10 other channels, so I'm going to try to tag channels that I think are all our size or smaller, so that you can go check them out. And if you like what they're doing, hopefully you'll consider subscribing and watching more of their videos. So the first one is Homegrown Country Homestead. Justin and his family are a lot like our family. They do simple things at home. They show you what they're doing. We're not really teaching, we're just showing how we do things, and hopefully the way that we're doing things inspires you to do something similar and helps you to grow, to cook, to build, DIY, whatever you're doing. And also Nick Thomas, another small channel. He's doing good things in the garden, and he's going to be a rock star in time. So that's one thing I like to say. I can spot a rock star in the making, and Nick Thomas, he'll be a rock star before we all know it. Same with Original Turtle, Brother OT. He is a great channel to watch, and OT, if you want to take up the tag and answer these 10 questions, which I will link below in the description, we'd love to hear your answers. And another channel which is small but will be another rock star. All 5 of these channels will be rock stars in no time. Is Morning Glory Gloria, and she has just moved her family out to her hopefully forever homestead, and she's getting it all set up. Gloria, hopefully you have time to answer these tag questions. If not, we definitely understand, because you have a big project ahead of you getting everything set up. And the 5th one is Arkansas Woodcutter, or Arkansas as we like to say down in Georgia. And I almost didn't want to tag him. I've been watching a lot of his videos lately, and he's been getting tagged a lot, but you know, maybe they like being tagged. So these are our 5: Homegrown Country Homestead, Nick Thomas, Original Turtle, Morning Glory Gloria, and Arkansas Woodcutter. So that's our story. We're sticking with it. Dapper Dan, thank you for tagging us, brother. And yeah, it was fun to think about these and to chat about them real quick. So real quick tag video. I have stuff to do out in the garden. We are about to go out, SK1 and I, and we like to use fruit stakes, fertilizers, and we use Job's Organics. We love Job's product. Not that we're sponsored by them, but Job's, if you want to sponsor us or anything, just contact us, because we would love to get some more of these. So I think that's it. It's early in the morning. I'm not the only one awake, but everybody else is only half awake. So SK1 is anxious to get out there and start doing some garden work. So on behalf of our channel, Essayons Family Garden, I'm Rob the Sapper Gardener. Where's SK2? Come here, buddy. God bless our great country America. God bless you wherever you reside around the world. Your garden, your harvest, your kitchen, your meals, and especially your family to have health, success, and prosperity, especially during these trying times. Take care. Come here, buddy, so we can log out. Sapper out, and you missed your cue.
Okay.
Sapper out, and
Escape to the out.
okay. I can't compete with electronics. Take care. Sapper out.